Hey, Peter Freakout 10, baby! And it's time for another update! Alrighty. Now, just a quick thing, you guys, actually you guys have not seen this. I actually recorded, another version of this update, but I actually uploaded it, but I end up gonna be deleting it because it's in private right now, and today I actually went out and I picked up some stuff, so figured why not show it in the update, as I went, Christmas shopping. And for those wondering, I am working on the Suffering Ties That Bind review that's coming soon. I might work on it tomorrow. I'm just writing it up at the moment. Just have a lot going on, so definitely going to get to it. Want to get this out of the way, along with some other reviews that I want to do, like House of Wax, and, let me get, what was that other thing? House of Wax, Final Destination 1 and 2, because I'm going to be seeing 3 soon. Yeah, it's a little cold out, that's why I have the hat with me, but, what else? Dark Watch, and also a few of the Masters of Horror episodes, which is just an amazing show. Masters of Horror is one of the best anthology shows I've seen since Tales from the Crypt. If you guys like horror anthologies, you'll love Masters of Horror. I've been watching it a lot. Every Thursday night, just tuned into it, and it's just awesome, amazing show. So, hear my thoughts on that. But, yeah, here's an update for you guys. I got like 4 video games. A couple of them, I'm gonna start playing them tonight. Just figured why not show them in the update. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 DVDs and 3 VHS tapes. And starting off, of course, the Fangoria, and I already showed this one in a video, I think, but if I didn't, here it is again. Well, I showed this in the review. I didn't show it in an update, but that is the new Fangoria, issue 248. This, of course, for Doom. That's another movie I want to review. But Doom, there it is on the cover. There's also a thing for King Kong, Saw 2, which I showed, Feast, Masters of Horror right there, and Wolf Creek, which is a movie that I actually really want to see. I definitely plan to review that. But definitely a great issue. Definitely really excited for next month's issue that I plan to pick up, which has Hostel in it. That's actually a movie I plan to review soon for my birthday. So you'll see my thoughts on that movie. That movie looks sick. Definitely excited to give my thoughts on that. But that's the next Fangoria. Great issue this month. And so let's get into the exciting part. Starting off with the games. Got a couple of mostly Xbox games. Starting off, well, Xbox 360 too. But first one I got is actually a launch title for the Xbox 360 that actually looks interesting. I really like this company. They've done a lot of really great games, so figured why not pick this up and give it a whirl, because I think it looks like a really fun game, and I love platformers, and just has an interesting vibe to it, like a fairy tale sort of pop-up book sort of vibe to it. And so I figured why not give it a shot. I'm definitely going to start playing it later tonight, along with a couple of other games. But that game is Cameo, Elements of Power. This is for the Xbox 360. Such an interesting looking game. Definitely a pretty looking game too. Definitely looks pretty. Like the characters, the way they look, and being developed by Rareware, which did another game that I absolutely love, Star Fox Adventures. Yes, I love Star Fox Adventures. Probably my favorite Star Fox games. I know, sue me. I love Star Fox Adventures more than Star Fox 64. Take the gun and shoot me. I respect Star Fox 64, but I like Star Fox Adventures more because I'm more into adventure games. But Cameo, Elements of Power looks like a really good game. I like the look of it. I like the creatures that you play as. I like the little flower guy. And just a really fun-looking game. So that's Cameo, Elements of Power for the Xbox 360. I'll give a review on it once I've beaten it. But that's the first thing I picked up. And the next game that I picked up, this is a sequel or a prequel to a game that I have on the N64. And this one has a very mixed reception to it, because I know a lot of people love this game, but especially for a launch title for the 360, but many, well, I shouldn't say many, but there is that group of people who are so disappointed by it, and they just trash the game. And I can understand why, but I think it's a fun looking game, and that is Perfect Dark Zero. This is for the Xbox 360, and it's in that tin that they have for it. Here's, you open it up. It's like the Halo 2 tin that I have over there that I showed in my review, because I've been playing the multiplayer, but it's like that a little bit. Very, very nice looking. I'd probably say I like this more than the Halo 2 one. Definitely looks nicer. I like the design of it. Very hard, too. Much harder than the Halo 2 one. But definitely a great looking one. You open it up. Got 2 DVDs. That's the game. And the bonus disc, which has like a little making of and all that. Like that design back there. I was wondering. Got like a little, got your manual. Got this rare code. An ad for Samsung. And you get a little comic book, which actually I think is cool. This little anime style comic book. I don't know if I call it anime, but actually it looks a little bit like anime. You just want to see it again. But that's Perfect Dark Zero. Definitely looks like a game I'll give a try. Try later tonight, because after I do this I'm gonna go work out, so just figured why not get this video done with where I go, but I'm gonna play them later. But those are the 2 360 games I got, and now on to the Xbox games. And the first one I got to add to my Mortal Kombat collection, this is one that takes the series in a completely different route, and I was actually kind of surprised that they actually took the series this way, but still stayed true to the elements present in in the original series. Well, not the original series, but still stay true to the elements in the original, but it's more of a platformer with a beat 'em up sort of style, and that is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. This is for the Xbox. It's also on the PlayStation 2. Looks like a really good game. The voice acting, from what I've heard, because I played the demo of it, is atrocious. I literally mean it is atrocious. Because there's a point when Raiden first comes in, he's like, something along the lines of, "You guys have won the tournament, but Shao Tsung remains a sore loser." I'm like, what? Remains a sore loser? Who talks like that? From how I've seen Raiden, it doesn't sound like he would speak like that. But yeah, that's dumb. That's so bad writing, but still looks fun. The mechanics look good. The graphics look really good, and definitely looks like a fun game that I plan to play tonight. And the next game that I got, this is a movie license games, which should be a warning to some people, but I figured why not pick this up. Definitely looks like an interesting game. I played a little bit of it, and I actually really like it a lot, but it is so unfinished. If anybody has played this game so far, you know how unfinished it is, and I've seen how unfinished it is. It still is a fun game, but I just feel like everybody's ignoring how unfinished it is, because whenever I read the reviews, a lot of people don't seem to bring up the glitches in this game, because there's a plethora of them. I found people found the game to freeze. I've cleaned the disc, and the disc. Oh, I showed the cover of it, but it's probably gonna pause it. But the disc itself is in mint condition. I don't know if you guys could see that. Yeah, it's in mint condition. It's not really that bad. bad. But for those wondering, that game is none other than Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Isn't that a mouthful to give a movie license game? Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Try saying that 100 times. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. You get my point. Why call it that? Just call it Peter Jackson's King Kong, and you're fine. Why go through all that? But got on the Xbox. I know there's other versions of it. Like, there's the PlayStation 2. There's the Xbox 360 version, which should have got. But figured, why not get this version? Because looks like a fun version. Well, I should say it looks like a fun version. It's the version that I could get, and really looking forward to continuing this game from where I left off. Just don't really like the glitches in it, and pretty much I gotta say this: there will always be glitches in games, and I'm not annoyed by that. It just got really on my nerves when I saw it a lot so far, but it's a fun game. It's a first-person shooter. I like the fact that you play as two different characters with their own sort of abilities. Like, you play as Adrian Brody's character from the movie, Jack. You also play as King Kong himself in a couple scenes. And each one has their own ability. Like, Jack's sections are first-person shooter, and Kong sections the Kong sections are a beat-em-up sort of game. But that's Peter Jackson's King Kong. Definitely will give my thoughts on it once I've beaten it before the movie, because I want to get this beat before I see the movie. I know the movie's going to be over 3 hours, but I'm looking forward to seeing the movie, and giving my thoughts on it. Granted, I'm not the biggest King Kong fan, but I like Peter Jackson a lot. I love Dead Alive, which is one of my favorites. And I like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I know there's other 2 movies he did, Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles, and The Frighteners. I actually want to get those, but so far, pretty fun game, just annoyed by the glitches. But those are the video games that I got. Now on to the VHS tapes. And starting off, I actually got a Christmas movie that I actually want to review. I've been actually wanting to check this out, and I know some people may laugh, but I figured, why not pick this up, because I want to review this one. I actually remember hearing about this a long time ago when it came out. It bombed big time because it wasn't that great of a promotion, and it's from Good Times Home Entertainment, so that should be a thing to anybody. But I kind of remember liking it. I mean, it has its problems, but I really liked it a lot. I'm going to say that right now. I really liked it. I don't think it's as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I've seen much worse animated films, and I definitely like this better than the other version that they did, The Island of Misfit Toys. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. Yeah. From Good Times Home Entertainment, the company that is known for releasing very I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to put them, but very, I don't want to call them low in quality, because some of them are actually pretty good, like the David Copperfield animated film, but some of them are like hit and miss animated movies. And this one has its fans, surprisingly, but there's a lot of people who actually don't like this film. Very good cast. I'm actually kind of surprised they got. John Goodman is Santa. Bob Newhart from Elf. John Goodman, of course, from The Big Lebowski, and among many other films, but Arachnophobia, the Flintstones movie. Very good actor. He's in this as Santa. Bob Newhart from Elf and The Rescuers and Rescuers Down Under. Debbie Reynolds is also in this. Whoopi Goldberg. Eric Idle has a role in this. There's a good cast in this. I'm actually kind of surprised they got a good cast. And also Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons is another one, so that kind of surprised me. But I'll give this a try. I'm going to give this a review around Christmas, because I actually want to review this. I actually wanted to review it last year, but I didn't have the time to. But you'll see my thoughts on that around Christmas. But Next movie I got, and I actually remember liking this. I remember when this came out. It was this huge thing. Marketing went crazy for this movie. No, it's not Godzilla from '98. It's based on a children's show that a friend of mine, Kyle, loves, and he's already reviewed this film. And I figured, why not give this a watch? I remember liking it because I actually saw this on TV recently, and I actually was sort of like, you know what? I'll give it a watch. I'll pick it up and watch it again, and that is the Rugrats movie. Yes, I got it on VHS. It is a little messed up, the tape right there, but actually plays well. I tested it out. Based, of course, off the hit animated show, which is the longest running Nicktoon show on Nick. I remember actually liking this film. It was a big hit when it came out. Definitely has its heart in the right place. Of course, is known for introducing the character of Dill. But I had a time watching this, and I'll give it another watch. I actually want to get the other two, Rugrats in Paris and Rugrats Go Wild, which I'm sort of on the fence on. I mean, I like it for Bruce Willis. I mean, Bruce Willis has his partner in it, but definitely, of them all, I used to think this one was the best. But after Paris, I do gotta say, I think that one's my favorite because I like the cast in that one a little bit better than this one. But this one has good actors. Like, I like Paris for Susan Sarandon. I like John Lithgow. What's his name? Tim Curry is a small role as a sumo singer. Who else? And I like the whole thing with Spike finding the poodle. When they make fun of Lady and the Tramp there, but very good movie. I'll get my thoughts on it once I've seen it. Here's a Disney film to add to my collection, and boy oh boy was this film a real eye-opener when it came out. This movie freaked out so many people when it came to Disney, and I remember just when this came to video, I would rent this tape from the library constantly. This was literally one of my favorite Disney films as a kid, and probably now I'd say it right up there with Aladdin. In fact, there's a part of me that actually kind of likes this better than Aladdin. I know that's shocking to some people, but I like how dark it is. I think the cast works well. Yes, I know 3 particular parts of it, but I actually kind of like this film, and even now I want to give this another look in the future. But that is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is the Masterpiece Collection. I think directed by the same people who did Beauty and the Beast. I could be wrong. Is it? I forget. I think it is, but it was a hit when it came out. It was the highest. It was one of the highest grossing films of that year. And this, to me, is Disney at its finest. To me, this is Disney at its finest. I like the darkness of it. I like the mature themes it tackled. Tony Jay is awesome as Frollo. The Hellfire, Dark Fire. Just a really great film. And good cast, too. Tom Hulce as Quasimodo gives a great job. Demi Moore's also in this. Kevin Kline, and yes, I don't mind the 3 gargoyles. I never hated the elements. May Mary Wicks rest in peace. They're more annoying in the sequel, but in the original, I could deal with them. I don't think they were the weak parts. The score by Alan Menken is well done. And I like the song Someday by All For One. Someday when we are wiser. Beautiful song. Right up there with... I have to say, the second best song for a soundtrack of 1996. Number 1 being I Will Always Be With You from, of course, that film over there, All Dogs Would Heaven 2. I'm always going to keep pointing to that. There. So, don't get pissed when I have to turn the camera. But, yeah, definitely we'll give this film a review later. I may have talked a little bit about it, but I want to give deeper into why I like it later. But, that's Hunchback. Now on to the DVDs. And I guess technically you could say 6, 7. I got 7 DVDs because one of them is a TV show season, so technically it's 7. But first one I got is for a show that I actually really want to watch again. Well, not again. I've seen episodes of it so far, but I want to have the whole series of it. I got the first season. I'm gonna be seeing the second season soon on TV. So yeah, definitely looks like a funny show. I like the idea behind it because it reminds me of jokes that I used to do when I was little with my family, like make fun of certain like TV shows or kid shows and take a spin on them and make them in the dumbest way and make like the most adult thing possible out of them or make it jokes out of them. But that is the complete first season of Robot Chicken and from the channel of Adult Swim. And of course, I have to see this. I love Adult Swim. I love their shows like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I love The Brack Show. I have a T-shirt of Zorak in there, which I've used to work with, which is sad. I love Harvey Birdman. I love just so many great shows from Adult Swim. I even like Family Guy and Futurama. I know my friend Kyle does not like Family Guy. That's fine if he doesn't. To each their own. But and I like South Park too, mostly for Isaac Hayes, but that's fine if he doesn't like him. But this is the first season of Robot Chicken. I've only seen a couple episodes of the show, but I wanted to get into it a little bit more because the couple episodes I did see made me laugh. So got the first season. In this little tin, in this little thing, it's a 2-disc set. This little pull-out thing. But definitely really excited to get into this show because because the 2 episodes I saw did make me laugh when I first saw them. But that is Robot Chicken, the complete first season. In terms of special features, for those wondering, this show is actually created by Seth Green, who previously starred in the Austin Powers movies. He was in Idle Hands, among many others. But special features include behind-the-scenes footage, deleted scenes, original Sweet J Presents skits, episode commentaries, and much, much more. And there's 20 episodes all in this season. Definitely will get the rest of the seasons when I see them, but that is Robot Chicken, Season 1. And the next DVD that I got, this is for a film that was a Columbia film over the summer, and of a particular... I can't talk today, but was another film from a particular year that was considered the worst year for Columbia. Triple X State of the Union, The Ghosts of Lords of Dogtown, Bewitched, among many others. That was really the worst year for Columbia to me personally, and to a lot of other people. But this was another in their lines, and I know when it came out, got obliterated by the critics. I remember I saw Triple X State of the Union with my brother, and he said the trailer for this looks stupid and the movie itself looks bad. So I was like, okay, I'll skip it. But figured why not give it a shot, get it on DVD, and give my thoughts on it. But that is Stealth. This is the full screen special edition. It's a shit. It's a 2-disc set. But it looks like a fun film. Could be fun for what it is. I like this director, Rob Cohen, who, speaking of Triple X, he directed the first Triple X. He also did The Fast and the Furious. What's that other film? Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. What's that other one? That one movie with Sylvester Stallone. Daylight he also did. So he's a good director. And a lot of people consider this his weakest point. But my dad saw the movie and he said he liked it. But I'll give this one a shot. We got a good cast too. We got Jessica Biel from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. And that show Seventh Heaven. Jamie Foxx from Ray. You also got Josh Lucas from that shitty Ang Lee's The Hulk. But could be something good. That That's Stealth. And in terms of features, you got a documentary, harnessing speed, in-depth scene deconstructions, detailed and classified, Incubus Make a Move music video, a featurette, The Music of Stealth, and 2 MX multi-angle scene breakdowns. That is Stealth. Definitely will get my thoughts on it once I see it. But the next movie that I got, this is another bomb that really put this particular director in... that was... Well, I wouldn't say put this particular director in hot water, but this was like the first big bomb for him, because a lot of his films before that were huge hits, and this was the first real bomb that he had, and definitely while positively reviewed, it was considered a disappointment, especially for a summer movie. Being the fact that the main actress went on Conan to promote it, which really sucks. But I have heard some people really like this film, but I figured why not give it a shot? Could be a fun movie. But that is The Island, directed by Michael Bay, who did Bad Boys 1 and 2. He also did The Rock and Armageddon. Doing Transformers. I don't know how that's going to turn out till I see him, but he's also produced horror films, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I love, and the Amityville Horror, which I grew on, and I know about that shitty Hitcher remake he's doing. I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but the idea itself sounds stupid. Why would you remake the Hitcher when it's fine the way it is? I won't know till I see it, so I don't know what to say. But Amityville, they proved me wrong with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Amityville Horror grew on me. I'm definitely interested in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning. So maybe they'll prove me wrong with the Hitcher. I don't know till I see it. I don't know, but I'm just keeping it on the down low till I hear what they have planned. But I just don't like the idea from the start. Rutger Hauer is the Hitcher. I'm just... No. Don't remake the Hitcher. But I won't know till I see it. I'll get my thoughts on it, though, when I see it. And if I'm wrong, I'll come on here and say I'm wrong. But, yeah. But back to The Island. The Island, I'll be honest, it does look fun. I'll say that. It does look fun. I know Paul Clinton actually gave it a good review of CNN Online. Great story, great action, great film. And Jeffrey Lyons of NBC TV, an enormously entertaining thriller. So, has its fans, but could be a good film. Got Evan McGregor, the hot Scarlett Johansson in this. You also got Djimon Hounsou from Constantine, Scarlett Johansson from Lost in Translation, Evan McGregor from that shitty Robots movie, Djimon Hounsou, as I said, from Constantine, Sean Bean from Lord of the Rings, Boromir, Michael Clark Duncan himself is also here, Steve Buscemi from Billy Madison, Airheads, among many others, but definitely will give this one a look. In terms of features, you got a behind-the-scenes look at the creation of the film's incredible action sequences and spectacular stunts, and a commentary with Michael Bay. So, definitely will get my thoughts on it once I see it. And the next DVD I got, this is another Christmas movie that I actually want to review along with The Ref, which I know my friend actually showed in a DVD update. But this is one that I actually want to see and review along with that. Those two came out the same year as this one. And I like the cast behind this. I think the idea itself looks interesting. Definitely looks like a funny film from the trailer. And I've been meaning to get this film for like a couple years. I was going to get it last year for Christmas. I was going to get it the year before. And a couple years ago... Well, a few years ago, I was actually wanting to see this film. I wanted to get the DVD of it. I had a hard time finding it. Then the next year, I was like, I'm going to get it. And I never got it. Then the year after that, I was going to get it. Then I finally got this movie on DVD. And now I plan to review it along with The Ref. But that is Trapped in Paradise. made in 1994. I know this got hated on so much, but it actually looks like a funny film. I like the cast behind it. Nicolas Cage, John Lovitz from SNL, many Adam Sandler movies. Is in an episode of The Simpsons as Marty Smith. Was in a few episodes of The Simpsons, to say. Dana Carvey's also in this from Wayne's World, Master of Disguise. Definitely looks like a funny film. I'll get my thoughts on it when I see it. There's no features on this DVD for some reason, though. But I'll get my thoughts on it when I see it. But yeah, that's Trapped in Paradise. Definitely looks like a funny film. And then the next DVD that I got, this is a sequel to a film that I actually saw over the summer. And the original movie I loved. I thought it was just an amazing horror film. Some may disagree with me. And then when I saw the sequel, all that love I had was immediately boosted up because this is, to me, one of the best sequels of all time. Evil Dead 2, Saw 2, to the Friday the 13th sequels. These are on a list of how you do a sequel, and this is one of them. This is such an awesome sequel. This is, to me, I think one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. Even for a summer movie, it was so awesome. And it definitely deserves all the love that it gets from people, especially from Fangoria. And definitely, I think, a movie that I will watch over and over again. I want to review both the movies. The original one, which is called House of a Thousand Corpses, and this one for like a Halloween review because I want to review that one first. But that movie is The Devil's Rejects. This is the 2-disc unrated director's cut, and yes, you read that right. 2 thumbs up by Ebert and Roper. When they'll give shit to movies like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but Devil's Rejects, 2 thumbs up. I know a lot of people are surprised by that, but yeah, that's The Devil's Rejects. I'll get my thoughts on it deeper. I don't know what the difference is between this and the 2 theatrical. I'll see with my own eyes later, but this is a 2-disc set as I showed. Second disc is called 30 Days in Hell, which I'll get to, but in terms of features, you get an unrated director's cut version, audio commentary with director Rob Zombie, actor audio commentary with Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, and Sherry Moon Zombie blooper reel, The Morris Green Show, Rugsville #1 talk show, Mary the Monkey Girl commercial, Spalding Christmas Carol commercial, Cheerleader Missing, the Otis Home movie, Satan's Gotta Get Along Without Me, Buck Owens video, deleted scenes, makeup test, Matthew McGorry tribute, who played Tiny in this movie. May he rest in peace. God, the poor guy looked like shit in this movie. The guy looked like shit in real life. I feel so bad for that guy. He's such a good actor in both these movies. May he rest in peace. He looked like the sweetest guy, too. But, still gallery, 2 theatrical trailer and TV spots, and the second disc is a making of the movie, and you go behind the scenes of it. But that is The Devil's Rejects, and I'll get my thoughts on it another time, And the last DVD I got, this is another Christmas movie that I actually want to review, and this is my type of movie, and I'm actually kind of surprised who they got involved with this. This may be one of the first Christmas movies I'll review this year. I'll think about it a little bit deeper, but it looks like a fun film. I like the idea of it. Definitely, I cannot believe something like this even got made with this particular person attached, but still so pumped to give this film a whirl, and that is Santa's Sleigh. Yes, Santa's Sleigh. You guys probably have heard about this from Fangoria, but yeah, looks like such a crazy film. And yes, you read that right. That is Brett Ratner. And I actually said it this time. Is involved in this as executive producer because he is friends with the dude David Steinman, who also wrote and directed this film, because He came up with the idea while they were making The Family Man, and he was like, oh, I got a great idea for a movie. And he told him about this idea. He loved it, and he helped him prepare for this movie, got him the tools that he needed to make it, and pretty much the rest is history. And you get Bill Goldberg playing Santa, and just the idea behind it looks crazy. It looks like a fun little movie. It looks like a fairy tale, a sort of Christmas horror fairy tale in the vein of, say, I don't want to say Gremlins, Silent Night, Deadly Night, if it had a fairy tale attached to it. That's the best way to describe this, but, yeah, that's Santa's Sleigh. From Lionsgate Entertainment, who've done a great job with the horror industry. Lionsgate, if you want a great horror movie, go to Lionsgate. They're become my #1 people to go to for horror. But, in terms of features, you actually get an audio commentary with writer-director David Steinman and producer Matthew Launetti Jr. I'm actually kind of surprised Brett Ratner isn't on the commentary. A mini featurette, Sleigh Ride, Hell on Hooves, Populating Hell, Casting Santa Sleigh, Taking the Reins, my first movie, deleted scenes, blooper reel, and trailers. But yeah, especially Bill Goldberg as Santa. He looks awesome in this. But yeah, definitely give my thoughts on that. But that is my update that I've gotten. So far, a lot of great stuff that I plan to review sometime soon. Definitely excited to talk about some of these, especially for Christmas. Especially these two in particular, I really want to talk about. And even the Rudolph movie, because I actually really want to review because I've been interested in checking that out for the longest time. I was actually thinking about getting this on Amazon, but I saw it in like a little thing there for like a quarter, and I was like, I'll get it. But we'll see my thoughts on that later. But I'll see you guys later. If you guys have seen any of these movies, tell me, or played any of these games, or seen Robot Chicken, tell me in the comments below what you guys think of them. Be on the lookout for my review of The Suffering Ties That Bind. I should get to work on it soon. And I'll give my thoughts on it later. And then I'll get the other stuff out of the way. But all that aside, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time on the wonderful world of YouTube. Bye.